Someone shared that according to Chinese media reports, the city of Yiwu, also known as China's wholesale capital, has been heavily impacted by Beijing's recent policy of restricting the use of electricity. Many small factories were forced to shut down, and for many others, they had to end their daily business operations much earlier. Someone shared this picture taken by a resident of Yiwu City, showing that nearly half of the city is experiencing power outages. Someone shared this Chinese article which also mentioned that many areas in China, including Zhejiang, Hunan, and Jiangxi, are also experiencing power outages. Even the streetlights are not allowed to be on. And for some factories, workers only work 1 day per week, but as highlighted in this article, a professor at Renmin University responded by saying that he believed the reason for the power outages is a rapid decrease in temperature. And as a result, the electricity grid is not able to meet the sudden commands. As many netizens once pointed out, what's really interesting about reading news on Chinese websites, in particular Sohu, is scrolling through the comment section and reading through the posts left by Chinese netizens, who oftentimes speak more truths than the articles do, despite Beijing's tightened censorship on social media. For example, this netizen mocked, "Restricting ordinary people's use of electricity is a great move, as it not only saves energy and resources, but also allows workers to have more time to go shopping. This is, again, another example of a win-win policy. The central leadership's actions are always righteous. Let us all applaud." Another netizen also commented, "The earlier policy of calling on all workers to return to work, and right now at the present, they're calling on factories to shut down and save energies and resources. I support both policies despite them being contradictory to one another." Someone mocked, "These phenomena of power outages are typically characterized by Beijing as caused by foreign forces interference. Who would expect that one day, like today, they were caused by local government's policy implementation?" A netizen shared this video clip showing that the power outages this time have also had an impact on the daily operation of the high-speed rail. Someone commented, "Restricting the use of electricity is just the first step. Following that, there may be shortages in food and other resources, and there will be a drastic increase in market prices. Perhaps an unemployment wave is also coming soon. It may be a possibility that the Chinese government is making the Chinese people to get used to the state of life when there are power outages, so that in the future, if and when wars do indeed happen, it will be much easier for the government to plan everything out and allocate resources." Someone shared a one-sentence news headline for today and said, "CCTV said in the US, 15.4 million people are facing food shortages, while nearly 10 million people are unemployed." But a common reply from Chinese netizens is that the 6 billion Chinese people who only have a monthly income of 1,000 yuan feel very empathetic and are willing to provide assistance. Someone shared that according to Chinese media reports, China will provide 1.5 billion in loan assistance to Pakistan. And here are Chinese netizens' reactions. Many expressed that they were left speechless by Beijing's generosity. A netizen wondered, when will the Chinese government spend this money to combat COVID-19 and save more Chinese people's lives? Someone shared this picture in this poster, which is about a pro-Trump rally and parade taking place in Taiwan. The poster said, "Stand against election fraud. Stand against the Chinese Communist Party. We want the truth. We want justice. Uphold justice and safeguard Taiwan. Taiwan, fight for Trump." Someone replied, "This battle is clearly not just about America, but the entire universe, as we all have to take a side." Someone said that, "I really don't think what President Trump has done and is still doing for America and the American people is just out of his personal capacity, but also out of the sense of responsibility that he shoulders to fulfill the extraordinary mission bestowed by God. What I can do is to pray for him." Someone shared this picture saying that President Trump earned $4 over the past 4 years, and he is still not satisfied that he wants to earn $4 more. In order to achieve this, his entire family is joining him in the fight. He was attacked, his speech was censored, he became the target of a plot whose agenda was to forever take him down. He was called a dictator, his votes were stolen, It will be a shame if his face is not on Mount Rushmore. Someone shared that after December 14th, many Trump haters may feel relieved, but I would say that Trump is like the director of a drama. All the plot that we have seen and we are still seeing is all part of his script, making it appear that he has fallen into a state of desperation or hopelessness is the first step that he had to take. Nowadays in America, the line between whether one identifies oneself as a Democrat or Republican has become increasingly blurry. The sad reality is there is only one party, that is, those that seek to maximize individual gain or benefit, or the group that's known as the establishment. But the party, or more accurately the group that Trump represents, is those that always follow the moral guidelines and that dare to stand up for what's righteous. Trump decided to run for president because he wanted to change America, or to be more accurately, lead America back to the trajectory that it was destined to follow by following the traditional path set forth by the divine. Someone shared this poll started on Twitter, which said, "Would you support President Trump if he crosses the proverbial Rubicon?" The result was, about 15 hours before the poll closed, 90% of the nearly 104,000 people that voted chose yes. Someone shared that recently General Michael Flynn said, "The martial law has been instituted 64 times. It is not unprecedented." Someone shared this video clip regarding the possibility that President Trump may declare a limited martial law in a few states across the U.S.
That President Trump is going to declare limited martial law in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. I think he also said Arizona. I said, "What's going on?" He said, troops are going to seize the election offices.
Someone shared that according to a scoop from Axios, the acting defense secretary ordered a Pentagon white hot to cooperation with Biden's transition. Acting Defense Chief Miller described it as a holiday pause. This decision has attracted a lot of protests among the Biden supporters. And Biden tweeted saying that, "Let me be clear, the United States of America has always set an example for the world for the peaceful transition of power, and we will do so again." Someone shared a picture showing that Biden may have a body double. Someone shared a petition requesting President Trump to order the martial law to save the nation. Someone replied, "It's clear that President Trump is seeking to exhaust all the potential legal avenues by going through all the constitutional processes, instead of immediately taking actions like ordering the martial law. Only by doing so will Americans and people around the world come to realize the true color of the deep state and its influence on America. Only by doing so will more people be able to wake up to the threats that America is facing. Trump is the chosen one. He is safeguarding the Constitution and fighting for America." After all the avenues of doing so, if it turns out, indeed, that none of these avenues would work out, then it will be inevitable that he will pursue other means. And if that does happen, it may be destined to be a part of history. Someone replied, "For justice, for truth, all the courageous American people are joining in this fight."
Child, we will take you in. Child, we will bring you home. You'll be a flower that sees the spring. Soon a dove flying high